You know that feeling? You're scrolling through your feed and you stop dead in your tracks because you see a tiny, fragile kitten passed out on top of a massive 80-pound dog. It's arguably the cutest thing on the internet. It looks like a scene straight out of a Disney movie, enemies turned best friends. But here's the thing. While it melts our hearts, that kitten isn't doing it for the likes. There is a fascinating biological drive pushing that tiny feline to seek out your dog for a nap. It's not just about friendship, it's about survival, heat, and a little biological trick called heartbeat mimicry. If you think it's just because the dog is a convenient pillow, you're missing the real story. Today, we're going to uncover why your kitten treats your dog like a giant living mattress, and, crucially, how to tell if your dog is actually okay with it. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, we're all about helping you understand the family members that can't speak for themselves. Today, we are answering the big question for multi-pet households. Why does my kitten insist on sleeping on the dog? It seems brave, maybe even reckless, considering the size difference. But once you understand the why, it changes how you see their relationship entirely. We're going to break down the science of heat-seeking, the safety of the pack, and I'll give you 3 tips on how to manage this interaction safely. Because, believe it or not, there are times when you actually shouldn't let this happen. Okay, let's get into the biology. The biggest driver here is simple: thermodynamics. Kittens are terrible at regulating their own body temperature. For the first few weeks of life, they rely entirely on their mother and littermates to stay warm. If you've ever touched a newborn kitten, you know they are like little heat-seeking missiles. When a kitten joins your home, that source of constant radiant heat, the mom, is gone. But who's still there? Your dog. Dogs run naturally hotter than humans, usually between 101 and 102.5 degrees. To a kitten, your dog is essentially a giant, fur-covered space heater that never turns off. Sleeping on the dog is the most energy-efficient way for that kitten to stay warm without burning calories they need for growing. But there is a second layer to this that is even sweeter. It's called heartbeat mimicry. Think about a kitten's early life. They sleep piled up against their mother's belly. The vibration of her heartbeat is the first soothing signal they ever know. It signals safety and food. When that kitten rests against your Labrador's chest, they feel that deep, rhythmic thumping. It mimics the sensation of being back with their mother. It lowers the kitten's cortisol, the stress hormone, and helps them drift into a deeper sleep. So, it's not just that the dog is soft, it's that the dog feels and sounds like home. Now, before you grab your camera, we need to talk about the dog's side of this. Just because a kitten wants to sleep on the dog doesn't mean the dog is thrilled. You need to be able to tell the difference between acceptance and stressed tolerance. A happy, accepting dog will have loose body language. If the kitten climbs on and the dog lets out a deep sigh, rests their chin down, or barely moves, that is a green light. That is a dog who has accepted the kitten as part of the pack. However, watch out for the freeze. If your kitten approaches and your dog goes stiff as a board, closes their mouth tight, or does a quick lip lick, that is not calm. That is stress. The dog is thinking, I don't like this, but I don't know what to do. Also, look for displacement. If the kitten lies down and the dog immediately gets up, shakes off like they're wet, and moves away, respect that boundary. Do not pick the kitten up and put them back. Your dog is being a good boy by walking away rather than snapping. So, how do you encourage this bond safely? Here are 3 steps you can take today. Step 1. The scent swap. Before they sleep together, swap their scents. Put the dog's blanket in the kitten's bed and vice versa. Sleep is a vulnerable state. If the kitten smells like dog and the dog smells like kitten, they become familiar before they even touch. Step 2. The tired dog strategy. A tired dog is a good dog. Do not try to force a nap time when your dog has the zoomies. Exercise your dog before the kitten comes out to snuggle. If the dog is exhausted, they are less likely to get overexcited and accidentally trample the kitten. Step 3. Vertical escapes. Always have an escape route. If the dog rolls over or gets startled, the kitten needs to be able to shoot straight up a cat tree or the back of a sofa. Never let them nap in a corner where the kitten could get trapped. We see well-meaning owners make mistakes here all the time. The biggest one? Forcing the cute moment. Never hold a kitten down next to a dog to make them snuggle. Restraint is terrifying for a cat and confusing for a dog. This needs to be the kitten's choice. If you force it, the kitten will associate the dog with being trapped. Mistake 2. Ignoring sleep startle. You know how some dogs bark or run in their sleep? If your dog is a violent dreamer, it is not safe for a 1-pound kitten to sleep on them. A dog that snaps awake from a bad dream can accidentally bite or crush a kitten before they even realize they're awake. Know your dog's sleeping habits before you let this happen. At the end of the day, seeing your kitten curled up on your dog is one of the most rewarding parts of being a pet owner. It's a sign that your home is a safe haven where different species can come together and feel like family. It's about warmth, it's about a heartbeat, and it's about that universal need we all have, to feel safe when we close our eyes. I'd love to hear about your odd couples. Do you have a kitten that thinks it's a dog? Or a dog that is terrified of the kitten? Drop a story in the comments below. Reading your stories is the best part of my day. If you found this helpful, hit that like button to help other pet parents find this info. Thanks for watching, and give your pets a hug for me. I'll see you in the next one.